All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to be working on today is finishing up our color wheel, or at least we're going to get through the first part of it. We might have to continue this on another day, depending on how long this takes. So in class, we went over the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with coloring, and I want you to grab a red. And the one color that you should have, it should say red. So it just should say the one color. Now, I know you can see the multiple colors on here. Those are different languages for the word red. So you're going to take red, and you're going to start with the piece that we labeled red yesterday. You're going to color that whole pie piece. Now, if you don't have coloring supplies, please let me know if you need me to bring some by. I will be glad to do a supply drop in front of your house. I can stop by, so don't think that don't think I won't bring you supplies, because I absolutely will. So you're gonna go with red, and we're gonna do our primary colors first, because we do have to do some mixing. So the next one we need is yellow, so make sure you find your yellow piece. Now, I want you guys to notice that as I'm coloring, I'm trying to color the same direction. So up and down is what I'm working with today. And just color over what we labeled that with that pencil mark, and I'm gonna go with that. Now you can see I have my mistakes in here, and I am not worried about having mistakes in my artwork. And then the last primary color we need is blue. And make sure, again, the yellow says yellow, the blue says blue, the red says red. So you can see right here, it just says the word blue, and it has it in other languages as well. It's not in focus, but make sure it says blue. And make sure you color in the correct spot that has blue labeled. Now, depending on what brand of colored pencils you have, it starts to make new names for colors as we go to our tertiary colors. Color this way. So as we move around our pie piece, or a pie that we have here of colors, we want to make sure we color it in all the way. So I'm going to go over it in opposite direction, just along the edges, so that I can make sure that I have it colored all the way in. All right, so now that we have our primary and our secondary colors in, we're gonna work on our primary colors. We're gonna work on our secondary colors now. That's what I meant to say. So make sure when you pull out your orange, you're not pulling out red orange. Now, this one is a red orange, this one is orange. You can see the color difference. Also, when you use red, there's 3 different colors. So I know a lot of times people pick red orange because I think it looks like red, but it actually is not the right color. So make sure when you have orange today, you are grabbing the one that actually just says the word orange. And we're gonna put that where it's labeled orange. So make sure when you're coloring, you're coloring it where it says just orange. Okay, there's something on my table right there. I don't know what that was. Okay, then we're gonna go and grab green, and make sure it is not yellow green, because a lot of people choose yellow green for this. Don't use this one. This actually goes where it says yellow green. So grab your green. I like to turn my paper when I'm coloring, just because that's what I like to do. So primary and secondary colors, those are going to be labeled the correct way. So they're going to have ones that say green, you're going to have ones that say orange, you're going to have ones that say violet. Your violet might say purple instead of violet, and that's pretty normal. Just use your purple color. Okay. So for our last one, violet. Now if you have the Crayola brand, you're going to notice that it says violet purple. That's the same color. So just use the violet color. This is violet purple. It says that a lot of times on the crayons as well and the markers. So just use the one that says violet purple if you have Crayola. If you have other brands of colored pencils, it might just say purple. Just use the purple color if it says that instead of violet. Sometimes it says both on other brands as well. Okay, so now we are on, okay, we're doing okay on time. So I'm going to explain how some of the colors work. If you have Crayola crayons, you might have ones that are already labeled all of the tertiary colors. Not everybody's going to have those. Most people are going to have a red orange, and that's going to go directly between red and orange. Now, you're going to run into a problem some of the time where you don't have the color that you need in your colored pencil box. And a way to solve that problem is you're going to have to mix it. Now, I always do it this way. So I got my yellow, dropped my yellow, got my yellow, and I have my orange. And I'm going to go to where it says yellow orange. I always put down my lighter color first. And the reason I put down my lighter color first is because you can always color over with a darker color and add more of the darker color, but it is harder to add more of the lighter color. So I always put down a lighter color first, especially when it comes to colored pencils. When it comes to paint, it doesn't quite work the same way. And then I'm going to gently, lightly color over it. So I'm not pressing down very hard, and I'm just using my orange to make a yellow orange. Now, it doesn't look exactly the way that you would think yellow orange would look. So a way to fix that is after I do one color in yellow, one color orange, I'm going to make a sandwich. So yellow for the bottom slice, orange for the middle, and then yellow on top. And what that's going to do is that's going to help smooth out the orange color that we laid down. And if you color in the opposite direction, it helps to blend the colors together better. So you can see I'm coloring over that kind of quickly, but I'm trying not to take too much time. And that's going to create a better yellow orange. A lot of the time in our crayon box you will get, or our crayon box, our pencil box, you'll get a yellow green. So you put that in between yellow and green. And you put that right there. Now, here's a little thing that Crayola does, and this is I talk about it all the time in my classes. It always bugs me. Okay, their blue-green says green-blue, but it's actually blue-green. Sometimes when they have a color that says green-yellow, and it's a lighter shade of yellow-green. This is the right color. So use your blue-green. So this one says green-blue, but if you look at the other languages, it's written the correct way. So I don't know. This goes in between blue and green. So it's blue-green. Now you can color these pie pieces in darker if you so choose, but you are not required to do so. Okay, blue-violet. That one you have to make. Okay, because I don't have a blue-violet in my box. So violet is the darkest color that we have. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put down blue, not too dark, a little bit lighter than what you originally colored this blue in. And then you're going to put on top of it the violet color. And you kind of have to blend it together. Blue-violet turns pretty dark, and that's okay. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. It looks very similar to indigo. Indigo is a very dark blue color. And like I said before, you might want to put another layer of blue on the top. I think that looks pretty good, but sometimes it just helps to smooth it all out. And like I said before, if you go in the opposite direction, it does smooth that color out a little bit better. Now, you have an option here for red violet. If you have the Crayola pencils, you might have one that looks like a raspberry color. This is actually red violet. Or you can make red violet. I just like to use the raspberry color. If you have colors that are close to this color in your crayon box or well, you might have crayons in your color pencil box, use this color instead. But as you see, as I put it down there, that's a red violet color. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over it with my black colored pencil, and I'm going to go over my lines, and then this color wheel is done. Okay, friends, and as you can see, I went back and I wrote the names in black colored pencil as well. If you have a black Sharpie, you can do it that way instead too, or any type of black permanent marker if you want to do it that way, but you don't have to. I just did it so I could see my colors better. So at the end of this lesson, you can see that there is a flip grid, and all I want you to do is hold up a video, hold it up so I can see it in the end of there, and that's how I want you to turn this into the flip grid. Normally I would have you upload it at the end of the week, but we'll just do that with our projects instead. If you remember, students, if you don't have a color that you need, you can mix it as long as you have the 6 colors. So you need, for sure, you need to have red, yellow, and blue, because those are our primary colors. And then you need your secondary colors, which are orange, green, and violet. So make sure you have all of those colors, and you can make any of these tertiary colors that you need. All right, friends, you have a great day. And if you need any materials, like I said before, let me know, and I will make sure that you get them. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.